Have you ever felt a deep sadness or anxiety, or maybe you've repeated some patterns of behavior that don't seem to make sense, as though those experiences don't fully belong to you? You may be feeling the echoes of ancestral trauma. And trauma is always perceived as a personal experience, as something that is happening directly to us. But even the scientists now suggest that generational trauma is a very real thing. The effect of your own trauma may expand beyond your generation and be passed on to your children. In this video, I'd like to explore what ancestral trauma is, how to recognize it, and what each of us can do to heal it. If we haven't met yet, my name is Guzalia Davis. I am a hypnotherapist, master of neurolinguistic programming, hypnosis trainer with a certification board of clinical hypnotherapy, and what would some people call a shaman by blood, coming from a very long lineage of Siberian healers. Here I am offering a blend of science and ancient wisdom. Pour yourself a cup of tea, get yourself comfortable. It'll be a few minutes. First, I want to share with you a study published in Biological Psychiatry. I cannot say that the discoveries surprise me, but I am pleasantly surprised that scientists start to looking into that topic now. I think this work is so very important. There was a study done in Mount Sinai by Dr. Yehuda. They examined children of Holocaust survivors. Many of them actually believed that their anxiety and other struggles were linked to their parents' traumatic past. The study found that Holocaust survivors exhibited epigenetic change on stress-related gene. This was not a mutation in the gene itself, but a chemical modification that influenced how this gene functioned. What is more remarkable, the children of these Holocaust survivors exhibited the same epigenetic change in the same location on the same gene. We can see now how the trauma can be transmitted biologically through the generations. So you see, when we're talking about ancestral or generational trauma, it's not just learned behavior or learned responses or learned beliefs, something that we acquired in our environment and families by observing and interacting with our parents and grandparents. This is something that is biologically wired in us. We would experience it even if we were raised in another family. See how important it is. There were similar effects observed in different situations. You know, there was a Dutch famine, 1945, and even after it was over, the next and the generation after that, so for the two generations, children were displaying signs of malnutrition, although at that time there wasn't any lack of nourishment. And I've seen actually with my clients the opposite effect. I had a few clients who were obese, like health-threatening obese. They were highly dependent on food. Their entire life was about food and eating. All of them experienced high anxiety in relation to food. And when we did past life regression, all of them went back to the time, to other lifetimes they've experienced, where some died from starvation, some had extremely hard life with not enough food, and that fear was seated so deeply. And now we know it's probably also embedded on the DNA level. Now they made sure that they don't experience that again. I want to say here that recognizing that your struggles have been originated in the far past, whether it's in your own past life or by your ancestors, it doesn't mean that you are doomed to repeat this scenario. The opposite, it's a first step to healing. I will share with you 8 practical tips, the things you can do on your own to start on your healing journey. I want to be transparent here. I will be offering you my ancestral trauma healing program, which is available right now for instant access. If you feel drawn to, you can follow the link in the description box and go check it out. There is lots of information. I will be sharing more details about this training after I'll give you the 8 tips that I promised. So if you're not interested in the training, you can just leave. So 8 steps you can take to start liberating yourself from these ancestral patterns. Step number 1, cultivate awareness. You cannot heal something that you're not aware of. Do you repeat the same scenarios of your parents, your mom or your dad, or maybe your life situations resemble what your grandmother experienced? Listen to the stories your family members tell. Do you recognize yourself in it? They may even tell you, you are just like your uncle. You do exactly the same thing. Or maybe the exact same thing happened to your grandfather. Now pay attention to those stories. Those are the pieces of puzzles that will give you the answer to why you're experiencing your problems, your challenges in life. Pay attention to the unexplained emotions, fears, anxiety, unexplained discomfort in certain situations. As those repeated things, make a note of them. Becoming aware of those patterns is the first step to your healing. Step number 2, journaling. Keep track of all your discoveries. You start building this puzzle. Writing all of this down is very important. Only then you will start to recognize the patterns and connections. For example, maybe you're experiencing the same problems in all your relationships. Just the actors change, but they're all replaying the same scenario. Make a note of it. Make a note of your triggers. What triggers extreme anxiety or fear? What puts you into depression? You may notice that all those situations are similar. Keeping track will help you recognize ancestral scenarios. Step 3, tracing family patterns. Explore your family history, noting struggles, hardships, illnesses, significant events. That too may help you connect the dots and find answers. Step 4, create a family tree. Actually map out the family connections and mark next to each member the members that are known to you, how their life was in general, who experienced some significant traumatic events, who went through extreme hardships, who were lacking resources, and the opposite, who did very well. So you can start to recognize patterns and make sense of cause and effect within your lineage. Step 5. Conscious acknowledgement of your struggles and the ancestral traumas that you recognize. You can write those statements out, or you can speak them out. For example, I admit that I am avoiding meaningful relationships. I am aware that, for example, my mother, all my aunts, my grandmother, my great-grandmother were extremely unhappy in their marriages. It is possible that in my mind, marriage means being unhappy. And it is possible this is why I avoid all meaningful relationships. But I also understand that I am me. I live my own life, and I don't have to repeat the scenarios of my mother, my aunts, my grandmother, great-grandmother, and anyone else in my lineage who experienced unhappy marriage. I can make my own choices and I can live my own life. Throughout multiple repetitions of these statements, you can gradually release anxiety around the area of your struggles, bringing more awareness, recognition, acknowledgement will help you to gradually release this discomfort, fears, anxiety. Step number 6, try past life regression therapy. I know I said the things that you can do on your own, but if you have experience meditating or journeying, like in shamanic journey, you can travel not just to another location, but to another life. You can travel back and past, just like you can travel freely into the future. If you do not have the skills, find recordings that are available for free on YouTube. Just set a specific intention before you go into the session. Have that specific area of struggles in mind. Tell yourself that you are seeking answers to this problem. If you're going to use general recordings that are available for free, you may have to try a few times. You may have to try different recordings until you find something that works for you. And step number 7 is energy healing. Learn practices that promote energetic clearing and emotional release. You'll find all of it on YouTube for free. We know that ancestral trauma is not just what we believe or what we've learned by observation. We carry those informational and energetic imprints within our body, even without clearly understanding the root of your struggles. You can work with your body, with your energy, and you will release at least some of it. Find some videos for energetic clearing, for emotional release, and that will help you. And step number 8 is actually honoring your ancestors. Practice rituals that acknowledge and honor your ancestry. That may mean setting up an ancestral altar, a place of devotion, lighting candles, making offerings, prayers, passing on the stories that you've heard from the older generation in your families to your children or grandchildren is to an ancestral work. Honor traditions of your lineage. The thing is, when it comes to ancestral healing or shamanic healing, often, way too often, people think to learn that they have to cross the oceans and go to some exotic country, and maybe they find beautiful teachings, but those traditions are not related to you or to your lineage. They're not going to be helpful to you. You have to learn your own. If kokos ceremony is not normally done in the north of Europe, don't do it when performing your rituals. If in your country ayahuasca is not naturally occurring, it's not likely that it was part of your heritage. So don't include that in your healing rituals. Don't chant mantras that you don't understand. Don't call upon the names of the saints that have no relation to you. All of this will turn into mockery. Best case scenarios, it will produce no effect, and in the worst one, it will offend your ancestors and actually make your life worse. So that was 8 steps that you can take to start your healing journey. If ancestral healing really draws you in, or maybe you've already taken some steps toward it and now want to work deeper, or maybe you are a healer, I'm inviting you to explore my ancestral trauma healing program. It is an 8-week journey. There are classes, written materials, there are demos, demonstrations, and one-on-one sessions and group sessions, and there are healing sessions that are designed for you. We will address different areas of life. The concept of self-identity, health, your role within the family, your lineage, the society in whole, love relationships, your friendships. Then we will address your talents and skills, your career. You'll understand why maybe you're not progressing as fast as you would like to, how those ancestral imprints hold you back. And we will talk about money. Let's be honest, money can solve most of our problems, and lack of money creates the problems that you wouldn't have. And you'll learn how your ancestral imprints are blocking you from earning the money you want. The program itself is available for instant access. You can start at any time and go through it at your own pace. And in addition to that, you will join our community where you can connect with the students, collaborate or exchange sessions for practice. And we also have live Zoom meetings where I am available to you. If you'll have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And we also have group healing sessions. So please follow the link in the description box. Check out the website. There is lots of information. There are some videos from actual training, so you can get a taste what it's like. And you will also find there a form to schedule a consultation. If you'll need more information, I'll be happy to provide that. And I am looking forward to welcoming you into our community and to support you on your healing journey.